Welcome, Aquarius. Whoops. And Aquarius cross watchers. Wow. To your second half of June love reading for 2023, or when this reading finds you. So we have the Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, with the, good God, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Strength, and Queen of Cups. Okay. So Aquarius, the first question I want to ask is like, are you okay? Because these are some really tough cards. I actually feel like you seem to have actually come out of an incredibly difficult time. I feel like you went through a really tough time, not just emotionally, but I think also you may have taken a risk financially that like it didn't pay off. Maybe it will in the long run, but it's almost like you may have felt that it would be a lot quicker than it is, because it is taking its sweet ASS time to get here. I also feel like there are some suspicions here that someone has double-crossed you. I feel like you might be dreaming about it. With this Seven of Swords, it's almost like you may be, I'm really feeling pretty strongly that some of you are dreaming about this double-cross energy here. And I feel like you're kind of fighting yourself about what to do with it. I feel like it's almost like you may feel like you want to act on it, and there's certain times where it's like this person says things that remind you of said dream. You know what I mean? It's almost like if ever you've had a really strange deja vu, which to me, it usually is that I've dreamt what's happening. But sometimes I'll have like a moment of deja vu, and then other times I'll have like several moments, one after another for a few days. It's a really strong, deja vu episode, I guess you could say. And I feel like you may have encountered something like that, and it's almost like I want to say you kind of got sick of it. It's almost like the deja vus became more annoying and frustrating than they were helpful, right? Because it's like, well, what does it mean? What does it mean, right? I feel like I'm not connecting with this read. If I'm not, I'll do another one, but I'm going to see this one through. So I think we're going to go like this. I mean, it's pretty clear to me that you have, whatever it is that you've faced recently, like it wasn't strong enough. Maybe it took you down for a second, but it sure as didn't take you out, right? I feel like you may have been coming off of the last few entrails of whatever that issue or betrayal was. And it's like, and then someone tried to test you, and it's almost like you were like, nah, B, like, no. It's almost like, do you have any idea what I've been through recently, and you're going to come to me with this nonsense? No. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up from you. It's a very defiant, but not defiant in like, you're actually trying to be defiant towards someone's, I guess, rule over you. I feel like it's more defiant against, like, if this bee thinks they're going to come in here and take advantage of Aquarius after what they just been through, it's like, think again. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Leo is the kind of, it's the opposite on the astrological wheel to you guys, right? So opposite, but with similarities, right? So I actually feel like if you're someone that is almost like cooler heads prevail, not that you can't get into it with the best of them, but that you prefer to kind of keep things cerebral, I feel like this really gets you back into your body, and it's almost like a big F you. Because like that's you kind of to the world, right? I feel like you may have felt kicked out of your fixed energy. You may have felt like you didn't have like firm ground to stand on. And it's almost like if you may have felt that you didn't have firm ground to stand on, and it may have been a bit shaky, and I feel like eventually you just got sick of it. You took your foot and you slammed it on the ground. You're like, here, this is firm. You know what I mean? It's like if people want to throw all this nonsense at you, you're going to show them where the firm ground is, and it's right under you. So I almost want to say, like, I don't know who this poor bastard is over here. I hope that they're not the person that's put you through that. It doesn't look that way. It looks like they've gone through some stuff as well. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look like it, it doesn't mean that it wasn't hard for them, but it's not the same as what you've been through. It's almost like this person may think when the two of you initially meet that there's a lot of similarities there, but to compare what the two of you have been through recently, it's like trying to compare, a candle to a tree. Like it's just not going to work out. It's not the same. I also feel that this person it's like you might see right through them. I feel like there's somebody that tries to act like the Queen of Swords, right? Like that very, almost like cutthroat, get to the point, hop, skip, and a jump to, you know what I mean? They want to be seen as hard, but they're not, right? I feel like they're not hard at all. They're just, that's part of the, not persona necessarily, but it's just part of what they want other people to see, other people to think. But you see the softness in them right away. You know what I mean? It's like whatever other people might think that this one is trying to play them or take advantage of them. Actually, it's just that they're trying to hide their softer side. I feel like whatever this person has built in their life, it's been slow and steady progress. And I feel like at times people have tried to take it from them, but because it's been slow and steady and they didn't build it based off of like needing this from this person or that from that person, no one's been able to take it from them. And it's actually because they keep it so close to the chest that people might know this person maybe kind of sort of has something, but nobody knows exactly what they've got going on because they keep everything so close to the chest. So I think we're going to actually pull these apart a little and get one card for, because this is kind of how I see the two of you, the energy. Oh, whoa. Okay. So Aquarius, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like you are setting your sights on somebody. And I feel like the attraction to them is, I mean, if the two of you were in a room, you could cut that attraction with like a knife. The energy is so intense and so thick, but this person's spending so much time trying to make sure that other people don't see how soft they are, that it's almost like they're not even aware of the energy that's coming off of you. I feel like you're looking at this person like you want to devour them in the best of ways, right? And I don't mean that facetiously. I mean like in a very, I want to say like passionate, almost like freeing energy, kind of like creating and releasing sort of way, right? It's not anything ominous or meaning anything negative towards this person. I feel like you see parts of this person that, you know what it feels like? It feels like the kind of person that other people might see as, you know, kind of demure, somebody that placates others too much or this or that, right? But I feel like you can see in this person that, you know, there's a strength in them, a connection to what would be considered, you know, their shadow side that has been mastered. And I feel like because this person knows what kind of consequences can come from letting that side of themselves out, they keep it under wraps. And I feel like they kind of don't want people to feel intimidated by them, so they almost act like less than they are to make other people comfortable. And I feel like there's also something here where, like, not only do you want to kind of devour every inch of this person, I feel like you also, it's a little bit of curiosity killed the cat. I feel like you want to know how deep that rabbit hole goes. I feel like maybe this person has been on their own for a while. And it's like maybe they act like they have, not it all together, right? But they act like they're this, almost like a, I don't want to say goody two-shoes because it's not that. It's more like this super passive energy. But I feel like you know that it, like, someone just needs to use the right key to unlock that. You know what I mean? And it's almost like you're looking at them like, I could do it. And I feel like, it almost feels like it's this reward for your patience at, kind of like whatever it is that you've been through, like you just kept trudging through the mud and the muck, right? I'm almost hearing like, you know, you were trying to get through the swamp in the Everglades, and it was just one foot after another. And it almost feels like you were like previously, you were in an energy where, like, people were telling you, you can't do this and you can't do that. And it almost got to the point where it's almost like you would hear those things and maybe not in one ear and out the other, but it's like it just bounced off you. It didn't get inside you. And I feel like there's a little bit of insecurity in this person, or at least that's what they're projecting. I kind of feel like you see them as someone that maybe they have a certain amount of flexibility or a certain amount of give for other people, but I feel like you can pick it out pretty quickly that actually, like, this person's largesse goes so far. It's almost like an energy where it's like this person will be cooperative and that sort of thing and reasonable with people to a point. And I feel like you can see that this person has a stone wall that's actually a lot closer to the surface than other people see. I feel like most people don't give this person enough credit. Interesting. So, we're going to pull a card for, hold on for a sec. Aquarius, man, the energy coming off of you. Good Lord. It's almost like a lion or lioness stalking their prey, but not the kind of prey, you know, it's, I'm going to say this in the most PG way that I can think of. It's someone that you are, you see them as prey in the sense of like rolling around in the sheets. So I'm not trying to be crude, so I'll leave it at that, but dang, that energy is strong. So, can we get one card on Aquarius' side? Oh, you aren't going to be letting anything stop you. And So we have the Eight of Earth or Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So with the Six of Cups and the Hermit here, I feel like you're coming out of obviously a really challenging time, right? We've talked about that. And I feel like in coming out of that, you seem to be in this energy where it's almost like you genuinely feel that there isn't anything that can stop you or get in your way. Because you've been through so much recently, you've shed so many layers that it's almost like you're kind of bursting through the doors and you're finally on the scene. And whatever's happened in the past, it's almost like you have this steely, I want to say mental resolve, but I feel like that's not the right. I mean, you are an air sign, right? So that is kind of up in your head, the intellectual sort of thing. And I feel like you have this steely resolve that you're going to go after what you want. And it's almost like, and good luck to anybody that tries to stand between you and what you're looking for, right? And I feel like here's this person over here, and it's almost like they seem to be such a mystery to kind of be cracked open. And I feel like the more resistance you get, it's almost like the more delicious that victory will be. You know what I mean? Because it's not a question of if for you, it's when. And I feel like that's because you know this person can feel it too. You know what I mean? It's like you walk in the room and you might see them stand up a little taller or kind of look over their shoulder and they see that it's you and they'll turn around and pretend that they don't know, but you see it. Dang right you do. And I feel like this person for some reason is trying to ignore it. And I don't really get that. They seem to feel like they're on this mission to do something. And I feel like that started way up here, right? And they seem to feel like they're not there yet. They seem to feel like they're kind of on this narrow path, and they seem to have very concrete ideas about how they're going to make it through that path. That they may be a little bit of a harder target to attain than you expected, but it's almost like the more of a challenge it becomes, the more exciting it is for you, right? It's almost like you keep going to run over the bar, and just as you're about to jump it, you can clear it, and so people keep raising that bar and raising that, not people, this person. They keep raising that bar and raising that bar, not realizing, like, if you try to put up a whole door, I'm going to just come in. You know what I mean? Like, Aquarius is just going to break the door. Not in a, of course, aggressive, whatever way, right? But it's like you're just going to go and break the door down. So it's almost like whatever this person kind of wants to put between the two of you, I feel like it's not that they don't. Let me rephrase that. It's the type of energy where this person maybe thinks that they can't fraternize or have that kind of a relationship with somebody because they're on this like holy mission to do something. And you're over here like, I don't care about the holy mission. That's not gonna, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's kind of two ways that it feels like this could go. I feel like either you get bored with, if they have kind of a holier than thou energy, I feel like you get bored with it pretty quickly. For others of you, you see a light in this person it's like you kind of can't avoid them. You can't help but be drawn to them. And I feel like there's this camaraderie, this companionship kind of relationship that develops between the two of you first. And I almost don't even want to say, like, and then it'll go here, and then it'll go, right? Because, of course, that'll be up to the two of you when you get there. But I feel like there's this, it's one of those people, and I feel like you might have a hard time finding this in other people. It's one of those people that you can look at them and the two of you know exactly what you're thinking. You know what I mean? It's not, and I feel like because you are an Aquarius and because you're, you don't just think outside the box, you live outside the box, right? And so trying to find someone that has that same, not dispossess, I'm not thinking of the right word. Trying to find someone that can understand you that way, I feel like it's really challenging to find somebody that you feel understood. And I feel like you're going to see that with this person. And I feel like the more you see that, the more drawn to them you are, right? It's almost like you keep getting all these signs that this person is the person for you. But there are some mixed messages, right? It's like you get these like universe sort of signs that yes, this is the right path, but I feel like this person keeps, you know, getting in the way. They seem to feel like they owe it. It's almost like somebody that said to the higher power, like, if you do this, then I'll never date again, or I won't. You know what I mean? They seem to feel like they have some sort of obligation to stay where they are. But I feel like it's almost like it's a lonely at the top sort of energy. And I feel like you knowing, like I can feel your energy coming. I feel like you knowing that there's that touch of loneliness in there, you actually find that, from what I'm feeling anyway, very appealing, right? Because it's almost like whatever perfect persona they're trying to put on, they're human just like everybody else. And I feel like because there's somebody that is so reserved and so, they're not well known. I feel like the version of them that exists now, it seems so unique. It's almost like, does anybody even know the real them right now? Anyway, I think I'll leave it there, Aquarius. I hope this reading, if it resonated, that it was helpful. Sometimes I don't know if it was. I hope that it is. I hope that it brings you some clarity. I will, of course, have the mini reads coming out on Sunday. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.